Hello everybody, welcome to Get Her Done. Well, it's Sunday and it is the Sunday the what is it here? I don't know. What's it say here? Sunday the 17th. Flo and I went camping this weekend. We just got back and around noon and watched the Chiefs play and win, barely. And I had my neighbor grab a package off my front porch here, and he rolled it in his garage. But here's the, as you can tell by the description, that we're going from the 50cc engine to a 125. The 50cc is all an automatic, no shifter or anything, and this one is going to have a shifter. Actually, it has a forward, 3 forward gears. It's an automatic. You can see the automatic. 3 forward gears. I guess it fits like this. And a reverse. I could have went with the 110, but we had to get a clutch. And if I wouldn't get a clutch, then I'd have to get rid of my this and buy another brand new one so I could put it over on this side. And then I'd have to try to figure out how to get the, then I'd have to move the cable over to that side for the throttle, and it was just too much. So I just stuck with the automatic. Looks like it should fit. The only thing I see problems with is maybe the carburetor. This one, the starter, you can see the starter there is underneath. There's the starter. This one, the starter's up on top. The carburetor's going to have to fit in there. It's kind of angled like that. I think it might work. This jug being bigger may move the carburetor up a little higher. I might not be able to use this gas tank, or maybe when I put the gas tank on there I may have to lift the front of it up a little higher. But we'll see. That carburetor is going to go on that one. I'll have to adjust the needle up a notch for the bigger CC engine. Looks like I took some screws off the muffler, and it looks like these studs are the same, so hopefully that muffler will fit, or flange and everything will fit in here. If I have to move anything, this is a little bit of adjustable, the bolt here. I'm sorry. Okay, it's kind of dark here. Maybe I need to come out here. This will probably be better off to get a better angle on what we're doing. Jeez, I tell you what, I need a bigger garage for smaller projects. There's my buddy Chuck. Say hey, Chuck. Helps me do shit. I weld for him and he helps me. We weld projects. Okay. So I'm thinking on this one here, it's all loose. Yep. I think this head comes up here, out, and then this, how it goes in. Kind of put the back in. But the new one coming in won't have this, so you'll be able to get this head a little bit closer here. Okay. So let's try that. Let's pull it out. Front comes up a little bit, and then, yeah, you gotta let the, here we go. Yeah, you gotta have the front come out first, and then it'll follow. Yeah, now you gotta lift this up though. So there you go. Okay, set it right up here. Alright, now we're doing the same. You're gonna be grabbing it from this side. See if that puppy's gonna fit. So the back end goes in first. Yep. Alright. And now we gotta swing that back around. Yep. Okay. Now we've got to lift this front up. Let's see if we can't get that Okay, lift it up. Now let the front down. There we go. Now, we're going to try to get this back one in, because if we get the back one in, then we know we can just lift up on the front. All right, where are you at there? Right there. Let's see where, oh, there it is. Good. Come back, there we go. Try now. Should be good. I think it has to go, the front has to go towards you a little bit. There we go. There we go. Try now. Come on, baby. Come on. Okay. Hang on a second. I wonder if these screws. Okay. Why is it not going in? I just. Go right down the head. Okay. Let's gotta go back. Okay. Okay, you're in it now. There you go. Okay, it's through the other side. Okay. Now we gotta lift up the front. Just lift up the front, and we should be able to get this one in. I got some wiring in the way here. That's gotta come down, come down. That's a little here. Lift up a little bit. Okay, try now. Oh, let me come back a little bit. Okay, there you go. Try now. There's that hammer, the plastic hammer, right in front of this wheel. Okay. Let me know when you got it lined up. I'll tap on it over here. Looks like it's lined up. Okay. Let me come over there once. Okay. Let me come over there. So. Push it in over there. You could use that. Grab it like a T. Yeah. Use that thing to push in this. Okay. Push in on. Let's move this wire to one side. Push in on that bolt. Yeah. See, it's got to come back. Okay, your hand's right in the way. Okay. Hang on. Let me get my flashlight. It's so dark over here, I can't see. Okay, it's got to come out. Okay, now try it. There you go. It's coming through. There we go. Okay. There we go. That was easy.
Right. Drove this shit.
And that's look at that.
Oh yeah.
It just fits.
Yeah.
Oh man, this thing's gonna be so fast. Okay. So that's the easy part. It's a lot wider, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little wider.
Yeah. Well, it's got gears in it. This is just a clutch. This one actually has a gear case in it.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it fits. All right. Well, we got the bolts in, and the exhaust seems to fit okay. But I've run into this problem. This is the one that bolts to the 125. This is the intake manifold, I guess you would say. And when it comes to hit, you can see it hitting right here. See right there? It's hitting that, and it won't, you can't get it to shut right. So I was able to get the carburetor on. I cut the, there's a screw that you can unscrew to drain the fuel bowl, and I cut that off so this carburetor would fit, and I'll show you on the old carburetor what I cut off, and so that's where we're at on that one. I don't know if we're going to get it running tonight or not. We'll see. Kind of a long day. I'm kind of tired. Not bad today. It's nice out. Gonna be working in Blue Springs tomorrow. It's my other job besides here for the company. Which is alright. Let's a little extra. Get to earn a little bit extra money. Let's leave that down there for now. I'm going to have to redo all this wiring that I got so beautifully set for the 50cc. So put this up over here. This extra wire is the light. This extra wire here is the, this has a selector. You know whether you're in neutral or first or reverse, because this one has reverse in it. And that's what that is. So now we just got to make sure we got all the wires hooked up the way they're supposed to. There's a yellow to yellow. These little plastic boots you slide up over the connector. Keeps it from shorting out. Nice little deal. Okay, and we have green, which is the ground. We have two of those. Let's see. Alright, it's alive. I don't know how much of this. I was filming my first startup on it. I had it running and I had to adjust the carburetor idle, and then I had to address the enrichment screw, the air fuel mixture screw. By the time I got that all done, I looked up and the screen was black. So I don't know how long. I had a full battery today. Frickin' batteries. I can blame the batteries. Sometimes I put them in there, and then other times it's my fault, and I'll just suck it up and take that on the chin. But that battery was new and full, and it should still be working, and I don't know why it was dead. So I'll just put a little mark on it and keep an eye on it. I think it was one of my new ones, almost positive. But so it's in. I got a little exhaust leak. Smoked a little bit when it first started up, but they lather up those pistons and rings and stuff. So I just ran it for a little bit, and then I'll take it through the old Honda break-in. If you want to know what the Honda break-in is, look it up. So we're doing good. The chain, the sprocket on the 125 is a 428. The chain I have is a 420. So I have to order another sprocket. So I can't even take it out for a spin. But when it was there running, the sprocket was sitting there all by itself. When I went through the first 3 gears, going first all the way up to third, and then I came back down into neutral, and then I hit reverse, and it went reverse. So all the gears are there, and it's running. I just got to tweak that carburetor a little bit, start it up, run it every few days, start up every day, run it for a bit, doing the break-in. So really pretty good. The carburetor is going to be interesting. It's a little bit taller. It's hitting the gas tank. Let's see. The air filter isn't fitting because the air filter is hitting this starter housing right here. So I have to figure something out. I'm going to put that screen mesh on the back side and put a clamp on it for now. But you can see the carburetor's a little bit, has to come up a little bit. So, and that's okay. It's got to come back a little bit. So I'm not sure how I'm going to go about doing this. I might be able to run that throttle cable maybe out through here. We'll take a look at it tomorrow. I'm just glad the thing's running. So I got the gas shut off here. And we'll start it up tomorrow and see what we got. Just keep starting it up every day until we get it broke in. I'll do some looking around and rerouting that starter tomorrow. And I think on the exhaust, there's a piece that goes up in there. It felt like there was already in there, but it must be missing. It's like a little crush washer that goes up in there. When you tighten that exhaust up in there, it crushes down around the exhaust that you're putting up in there. I'll have to see if I can't find one of those. If not, I think I have a new one in this one, but I might ruin it taking it out, and I don't want to do that. So it's okay. It's just leaking a little bit. I can hear a little put-put, but it's not popping or anything. The air filter, here's the starter. Here's the starter, and it's hitting this part right here is hitting the starter. So if I could move this thing back a little bit, maybe get a piece of rubber I could put in between there and the edge of the carburetor, set this back under the seat a little bit, and then I could use this. So this is not long enough. This is the one that comes with it. This is what I had on the 50. It worked just fine. It's not working on the 125. But just kind of lightly revving it up. It's got power and gears. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to put on my helmet and all my pads. Yeah, and those tires are so bald and dry rotted on those. I'm sure I'll be spinning up on the grass for sure. So you might see me sliding sideways a little bit. Alrighty, so far so good. Alright, catch you later, and we'll see what's going to happen on this thing tomorrow. Alright, bye. Hello everybody, here it is Thursday. I was going to shoot a video yesterday. I started this up and ran it for a while, and then I realized I was getting kind of low on gas, so I'm going to have to go get some gas before I fire it up today. The other day, that problem I had with the battery, it was one of the old batteries. I did it. My fault. I the dumbass. Yeah, I had thrown them all in the bottom of my my camera case, and I just happened to grab one of the old ones, stick it in there. That's what the problem was. Up here in the corner, it shows you how much battery strength I have, and those old batteries, put them in there, there'll be 3 bars. I turn around, the screen's black. I mean, they should last for at least an hour, hour and a half. So now I have one of the new batteries in this one, so hopefully it won't mess up. I did a review on my opening video for this, and one of my fat fingers must have hit the record button when I was moving it from the tripod to show you something, and I inadvertently cut off a whole bunch of it, so that might be odd. I'll be talking about something, then I'll be starting into the next video. It's just the way it is. Come to this channel for perfection. It's not going to happen. Alrighty, so I was able to turn the carburetor cable sideways instead of going forward. So it's coming out the side, so I can at least get the gas tank on. But I'm going to I can hook the back bolt in there, but the front one is going to have to come up a little bit. You can see where it used to be. So I'll put make a little maybe aluminum strap for that, and then we should be fine. Started up fine yesterday. I gonna have to get a longer chain on this one because, well, this case has gears in it and the other one didn't, and you can see how close it is, the head bolts, how close they are to this bar. That bar. Not hitting it, and I don't think if I torque on it it's gonna bump it, but I'm gonna keep an eye on that. But the chain, this gear is forward somewhat. So I had a chain here that I had bought for that project I had for the bike that lasted 15-20 minutes up the hill and then died. So I'm putting a 41 chain on this one. I had to order some links because I lost the links that I actually bought with the chain. I don't know where they're at, somewhere. They're not in the box where they're supposed to be, where all this stuff is. So I had to order some links, and I think the gears, the 420 front sprocket, 14 tooth front sprocket, is coming in today. I looked up that 428 that was on this engine when I bought it, and that is a 428 is the chain that comes on your motorcycle when you buy it, your Hondas, Yamahas, whatever, unless they've changed it to another numeral. That's basically what the chains are on the newer bikes, are 428. But don't mark my word, they're always changing things, so they might be a different acronym or number for the new chains. I looked up, and the 40 chain, 41, and 420 both have a half-inch pitch. Half-inch pitch. That means between one pin and the next pin on the chain is a half-inch. So it'll fit on that sprocket I have. So was kind of waiting for that. The exhaust washer that I need to put in this one here, I have to have that on order too. Those things are expensive. They're like $3 a piece, but instead of me buying one for $6, I bought 5 for like $9. I'll use them on something else. Who knows, on this one I might have to double stack them to make it seal too. You never know. So again, cha-ching! I'm so upside down on this thing. I don't know what to do next. So this is Rick. When I get some more gas, I'll film it later this afternoon and starting this thing back up again and running it. You have to make sure on some of this Honda break-in stuff that I really didn't get into because you can read up on it. The biggest thing is when you get a new engine, don't run it full throttle. Run it like half throttle, 3/4 throttle, but don't run it full throttle. For, I don't know, they have miles on your bike. I would say on these ATVs, 6 hours in, at least, to be on the safe side. Run it 6 hours at half throttle, 3/4 throttle. Don't open it up. Hey, Sherman! Hey. And you should be fine on this one. I'm going to run it, this one here personally, I'm going to run this one probably for about an hour to maybe 2. I'm going to drain the oil out and go pick up some good, motorcycle oil for this clutch. This is a wet clutch. You have to make sure you put the right oil in it. I didn't really worry about putting the right oil in the other one. It worked fine. It locked up and did what it's supposed to. But you should put motorcycle oil in there for wet clutches. So I'll go pick some of that up here after I at least get a couple hours on this thing. They say I can take it out and ride it for a little bit and not open it up. You're not going to see me getting crazy on this thing yet. But when I do get crazy with it, I'll film it for you. And hopefully the film won't be me going to the hospital. Alright, I'll be back this afternoon with some fresh gas. We'll get it in this thing here and we'll start it up for another rip. Not rip, just start it up and run it. Alright, see ya. Alright, I'm back. Picked up some gas. I had to do some adjustment on this tank. I was thinking about it wrong. What I was thinking before was lifting the front up. Well, the gas comes out down here, which is the front of the tank. So if I tip it backwards, all the gas is going to sit back here and not go to the front. So I just put it in there for now. I put a screwdriver in there now. I'm going to have to lift this up probably an inch or so in the back. I just put some gloves underneath there. So I didn't want this gas line getting very close to this engine. I might tweak that a little bit, give it a little twist, and maybe have it come out this way. Here I'll loosen this up and give it a little twist to come out. But that's down the road here. I'm going to have to do a separate video. Okay. I didn't even touch this thing and it went off. Gee whiz. Well, I had this camera for about 5 or 6 years. That's interesting. Yeah, battery's full. Okay, I don't know where I was at. Oh, when you put this engine in other bikes, like motorcycles, you have that space on the sides and in the front. You don't have a bar in the front like I have on this ATV that is for the frame. Some of the older Honda 70s, 90s, or whatever have that bar come down, and sometimes they take the bar off when they start putting 140 cc's on those engines and bigger. I've seen 150, I think a 150 or 160 on a Honda 70. Cars and Cameras, I think they put a 140 on theirs. But there's all kinds of little things on there that they just don't show you the size of the engine. And you could see that, measure these things before you ordered the engine. I ordered the engine hoping that it would fit. I think it would fit. My worst scenarios, I'd have to cut the frame and slide it forward about an inch, put a pipe in there and weld it up again. So, alright, so let's see if we can get this thing started today. See me gabbing along here. So this should be the 3rd time starting this, unless this thing decides to shut off on me again. That's just weird. I didn't even touch it, it went off. Okay. Keys on, gas has been on. Pull the choke. Hit the button, let's see what happens here. Alright, seems to be running okay. I need to put that screen, that mesh screen on the back of the carburetor. It's running a little rich because sucking all that air into it. Should have a little bit of restriction there. So I'm going to double up that screen before I start it again and put that on. And I think it'll run a lot better. Warm up a lot better too. I'll have everything here on tomorrow or Saturday. I'll take it out for a rip. Taking it easy, of course, not to over rev it. I'm going to have to build some kind of little duct tape together some little cardboard case that goes around that battery. It's still moving around and there's some sharp mounts that it might hit, so I'm gonna have to do that a little bit better. And then, like I said, loosen all the bolts in the axle and make that halfway in between all the it's adjusted all the way forward as it can go, so I'm gonna back those out about halfway out and then push the axle that part, and then I'll make sure my chain fits tight to that adjustment. Oh, we're getting there. I think this thing is going to be really fast. I can't wait. Alright, this is Rick, and I'll bring you back when I get some more parts and I do some more modifications on this bike. Alright, see ya. Bye. Alrighty, hello everybody. It's Friday. New colored shirt. This looks really blue. It's light blue. Looks dark blue on the camera. So, last night the 120 gear came in. I put that in. I used some blue Loctite on those bolts. And that's all in. I had the chain up, cut. Just use cut, so it's all ready for the link. The link's supposed to be in this afternoon, and hopefully I can take this thing for a spin. I made my cardboard battery box. Keep it from rubbing up against, you know, here. I put some cardboard up here. And then I put a little filter piece of screen on the back of the carb. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see here. Can you see it? Yeah. Little screen on the back of the carb there. So before I take off anywhere, I'm going to put a bolt in the front of that gas tank and take a bolt in front of that gas tank and then maybe put a towel up underneath the back of it or something so I can take it out for a spin. I get the seat on. Okay, it's done with that. Now let's put new hat. New hat. This is my American First hat. I have a TikTok channel, and had something really interesting happen last night. I've had it happen before, but I posted a video. It was about Texas. Governor Abbott, he had a state of emergency because they have so many people coming over the borders, which is nothing new news. But he posted a state of emergency and he called out the National Guard, and they're going to patrol the border more because a lot of undocumented coming across the border not getting their little stamp of approval from the Biden administration, who are running the border crossing down there now, taking people's names and stuff. So I posted that about 4 o'clock. Well, I looked at it at 7 o'clock, and I had 97,000 people watch it in 3 hours. I'm like, wow. And then I had 1,700 new subscribers. Well, I'm sorry, 600 new subscribers. And then I had 1,700 comments. I went through the comments. There's a couple of them there that I deleted. So that was last night. I looked at that at 7 o'clock. So I got up and started moving around, and I don't know what time it is now. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon. I looked at this at 10 o'clock this morning. So at 10 o'clock this morning, I had 535,000 people who went to this video. I was up to 5,614 new subscribers to my channel. So I'm up to I think like 17,200, so it might be 17,200 or something like that. 17,200 people on there. So that was, and then I'm up to 3,240 comments. I was like, wow. I had one earlier that was about a month, well, probably a couple months ago, when all this Biden, Hunter Biden Joe thing came out about the whistleblowers and all that stuff. And I had a lot of angry people on that one. I couldn't keep up with deleting them. And I was up to 2.2, I think, billion people comment, and the comments were, I don't know, 25,000, something like that, comments. And I picked up another, I think, 4,000 or 5,000 new subscribers. I mean, this all happened like overnight. And I was getting on the average of, after it calmed down, I was getting on the average of 400 new subscribers a month. And TikTok came in and they took it down. And they really didn't give me much of an explanation. They said they took it down for, I can't remember what the reason was for. But you know, there's a lot of mad people on there. Some of their comments, I couldn't keep up with them all, and I understand it. But usually if you have something on there, if I post something on there that has a word that causes their algorithm to kick it out, and then you have to appeal it. Well, a lot of times I have something, they kick it out, I say, well, it's just a thing with words, and this is what the video is about, go ahead and review it. So they go ahead and review the video and see that it's nothing that has anything to do with the title, and they put it back up. No big deal. On that one, they didn't give me an option. They said it's down. You don't have an appeal. So I was like, okay. So I was up in the billions a couple months ago. So, you know, I'm averaging somewhere around, I don't know. Sometimes I get a couple hundred a week. Sometimes I get 50 a week. I don't know. I just look through there and say, well, there's something I haven't seen before, which could be news or whatever you want to. Is it a lot political? Yeah, there's some political stuff still going on along out there. I mean, for a while there, I just got off it because the only thing on there was, you know, complaining about Trump and complaining about Biden, and I was like, okay, everybody's up to their nose on that stuff. So, yeah, I just thought I'd throw that out there. That was an interesting little ditty. So, we'll be back with this one shortly. Hopefully those links will be coming in today, and I'll be getting this together, and I'll take it out for a spin. Alrighty. Till then. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Last night, the chain connector came in after we got back from dinner, and it's dark. So I put the connector on there, adjusted the chain, and I couldn't help myself. I fired it up last night and drove it down the street, up the street where I'm going to go today in the dark. I pushed it out of the yard, pushed down in the first and hit the throttle, and the front wheels came off the ground. First gear, I was like, whoa! I'm used to pushing the throttle and it going, you know, slowly going. I hit first gear and this thing just, boo, she popped like a little bit of a wheelie. So that was fun. I did pop the chain off, so I had to tighten that up a little bit more. And I did put it in reverse and drive back in reverse. That was fun. I never had a motorcycle or ATV that has a reverse, so that was kind of fun, just push it in reverse and backing up. So I'll probably be messing around with that sometime today, but we're going to get it started up, get it warmed up, and then we'll take it out for a spin. So I'll be back, and I'll hopefully film some of myself tearing up and down the road here and having some fun. Alright, be back. Woo! Oh.
Oh, oh, I'm all wet. Oh, okay. This is fun. Woo. Oh, oh. Oh, I know it's wet back here. Okay, we'll take it easy through here. I'm still in second gear. Still in second gear. Oh, he's squirrely. Whoa! Keep grabbing that clutch all the time. God, I can't stop driving keep grabbing the brake handle thinking it's a clutch. Keep getting this thing's in automatic. Back in second gear. Whoa, water! I gotta do that again. Woo! The water! Woo! Yeah, oh, there's a dip. Okay. Woo. That's fun. Yep. I got a little wet.
That's fun. I got a little wet. Oh! Yeah, I'm a little bit muddy. Gusser! That was fun. This thing shut off? Nope, still recording. Yeah, I got... Oh, that thing's stupid fast. I gotta stop grabbing that front brake. Keep thinking I gotta use the clutch to shift gears. Did it like about 7-8 times. Keep grabbing that clutch. Or keep grabbing the brake. Got kind of grippy there. First time I passed the rocks, I tried turning down, getting on it. Kind of had me up on 2 wheels there for a second. Yeah. I was talking to Chuck. I said, I think maybe I might have to wear a helmet and pads when I drive this thing. Oh yeah, I got. Yeah, here. I don't know what's my back look like. You see? Hey, let's see. Let's tip it down. You see what my back looks like? No. Can't show you what my back looks like, but I can show you what my my socks look like. Mud all the way up there, and mud all the way up there from the front wheels. Oh well. So I'll have to do a few more tweaks to it. Thought I had a piece of aluminum flat stock here, but I don't. I'm going to get a piece of flat stock, maybe make it maybe 1.5 inches, or maybe 1 inch long. Drill a couple holes in it, and then lift that back of the gas tank up. Of course, that flat piece of steel, I'm going to round all the corners on it since it's right there by my crotch. A couple screws keep coming loose on this seat. It drives me crazy. I put a few screws on this thing. And the screws, right there, screws keep loosening up and falling out. So I'm going to have to go to Westlake, get a couple screws, and then see if I can find a few bolts for the gas tank. I didn't have a bolt to go through the front. I've always had it bolted up in the back. So I put a zip tie in the front and shoved a washcloth under the back to lift it up. I heard that's good. I adjusted the tension on the chain and it seemed to hold, and good. I didn't give it a lot of throttle, maybe a little. That's spinning around. I wasn't opening up. That was maybe not even half throttle. I gave a little gas, spin that thing around. That thing is geared low and that thing is moving. Just got to keep my fingers off the brakes all the time. And the shifter is kind of wonky. That shifter needs to be moved forward a little bit, bent down. I just haven't done it yet. That's a kind of weird thing. I don't know. I think you probably wouldn't need that heel shifter on that. There's the shifters on the front, and then there's a piece in the back that you can put your foot on. And downshifting, it kind of makes it nice that you can just use that heel thing to downshift it. But if you just had a regular one like on a motorcycle, you just have to get your toe underneath it and lift it up when you downshift, and then get to neutral and then lift it up all the way, and that would be your reverse, which is kind of fun. So I think that's about it for now. I mean, I can't think of anything offhand, and I'll have to get back to you and think about this project a little bit before my conclusion. Alright, I'm going to shoot a small segment here. I'll be finishing this up tomorrow, but I want to show you what I did with the carburetor. I found a section, this is about 1 3/8 inside, and it's, yes. Alright, let me get a little better measurement here. Yes, 1 3/8 inside by 1 3/4 inches outside. I bought this from Ace Hardware. It's flexible. It's rubber. Doesn't really specify what it is. It's just some kind of rubber flex line. It's solid. I had to cut it with a hacksaw. What I did was take my heating gun. I heated up the one end of it, and once I've got that to where I could, you know, kind of lick your fingers and kind of, because it's rubber, it's plastic, rubber, you don't want to stick it to your fingers, but see that it gets pliable. This is my old carburetor. I took it and pushed it on the carburetor. Doesn't quite fit here, but I pushed it on till it fit up over this, and I left it sit on there, and I clamped it, and I let it sit on there for 3 or 4 hours to cool down so that it would mold itself to this. So once I took the clamp off and pulled this back, it fit right in here. And then I was lucky, the outside diameter of this fit over the top of the air cleaner. And I'll show you that right now. Came out perfect. Ace Hardware, I tell you what, had a lot of stuff. I'm sure there's a lot of other places out there besides Ace Hardware that probably has that piece of tube. I painted it black. And I'll turn the light on here. There it is. So, put a clamp on the front part, clamp on the outside, so this tube goes in here. The width of this clamp, it gets pushed right up in there. And it's a nice solid mount. It doesn't move. So the next thing I'll be doing is putting my bolt in here for the front of the gas tank, and then the back of the gas tank will be up about this far. I'll have a little strap on there, but I'll show you that tomorrow. I just painted it and it's drying right now. Over here. I might need to put a little bit more paint over there. Just noticed that. I might have to touch that up. But that should be it for tomorrow. And then I'll do like I did before, is gather up all the wires and everything like I did when I had the 50 on there, and zip tie everything up, and that should be ready to go. My little ATV hot rod. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll finish this stuff up. Alright, today's Monday. I'm just finishing up couple little things that I'll come back and we'll do the conclusion. Here's that little bracket that I put on the back. Just a little piece of aluminum. I painted it black to raise the back of the tank up so that the throttle lever here isn't hitting the bottom of the tank, and I got plenty of space underneath it. And there's you've seen the finished product of the carburetor and that other thing there. So, alright, I'll be back and we'll do a conclusion. Alright, this project is getting down to the very end. Took it out for another spin. I had like about an hour and a half on this engine. I have to get a hold of the person I bought the engine for and see if the warranty is transferable or not. This has a year warranty on it. So there it is in its splendor. Seats on it, everything is... I'm not sure what I'm going to do at the top, whether I'm going to paint that green or not. Haven't decided yet. I'm kind of thinking the person that buys it can do it. This is like my little hot rod. Yeah, I can't call it a rat rod. I guess maybe I could call it a rat rod. I'd have to put something on it that made it. Maybe I find what was that little rat that used to go around, little rat guy in the 60s, Rat Fink. But you'd have to be old enough to know who Rat Fink is. So, I have a little update on my TikTok channel. The other day I told you I had Saturday I broke 97,000. Well, Sunday I had 986,000 people hit that video I made, and when I woke up today, Monday, I was over 1 million. So I have over 1 million hits on that one video on TikTok. That's under America first, and I have 10,000 or 10,600 new subscribers. So I probably have more than that now. It's about 5 o'clock in the evening, 5:30. So I'll probably have more than that now. So check me out. TikTok, America First. You can go to YouTube on there. Check the American First. It's on there also. And then get her done on this channel for this ATV project. So that's about it. Hopefully maybe next weekend, not this, but maybe I'll go out and do some camping. A couple weekends maybe. See if the weather breaks. Started getting nice and cool, and then it got hot again. That's how everywhere is. Alright, so this is Rick from Get Her Gun. Be nice to your neighbor. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm going to make another video of, like I said before, just this engine install. Alright, bye.